Welcome to Rate the Audits, where we highlight issues within law enforcement and legal systems while emphasizing the importance of protecting rights and ensuring accountability. In this episode, Yardley Ski visits Colindale Police Station to file a complaint but ends up facing unexpected challenges. While waiting outside, he is questioned by two off-duty officers who appear uncomfortable with his filming and press him for answers. The situation escalates when one officer steps into his personal space and the other involves on-duty colleagues, leading to unnecessary tension. What began as a routine visit turns into a troubling example of how easily situations can be mishandled, raising concerns about professionalism and accountability.
Sir, what are you doing here?
Why are you recording police cars leaving the station? Are you planning something?
Tell me what it says. Tell me, who are you? Who are you? Don't come up to me. Don't come up to me because I will defend myself. Move away from me. Move away from me. Because you're too close. You're in my space. Now move away. I will tell you one more time. Move away from me.
It sounds like you're being threatened.
Move away. You, Section 5. That's what you're doing. You are threatening, alarming and distressing me. So go away.
What are you doing?
Do you understand? Do you understand?
I understand.
From the start, the officer's conduct shifts from simple questioning to behavior that could be perceived as intimidating. Rather than respecting the individual's choice not to answer, the officer grows visibly frustrated and repeatedly steps into his personal space, despite there being no clear reason to detain or stop him. When asked to step back, the officer refuses, which forces the individual to create distance himself. The situation escalates further when the officer portrays himself as the one being threatened, even though he initiated the confrontation. This kind of response illustrates how authority can sometimes be misapplied to provoke a reaction and then reframe the narrative in the officer's favor. The interaction raises concerns about professionalism, accountability, and whether standards of conduct were properly maintained.
Move away.
Why are you recording police
Move
cars?
away. Move away from me.
Sir, what are you doing
Move away from me.
What are you doing?
Move away from me.
Sir, I'm asking you
Move
kindly.
away from me. Listen, and I'm telling you to move away from me. Move away from me.
Sir, what are you doing here?
Move away.
I'm not going to move. I'm in front of the police station. I'm in a public space.
Yeah, you're in my space.
No, I'm in a public domain.
You've walked right up to me. You've walked
I'm
right.
asking you.
Yeah. How would you like if I walked right up into your face?
You can walk up.
Yeah?
There you go.
And what?
There you go.
The tension increases as the auditor repeatedly asks the officer to step back. Yet the officer continues moving forward, justifying his presence by pointing out that he is in front of a police station and therefore in a public space. Ironically, this reasoning undermines his own position, since the auditor is also exercising the same right by recording in a public area. The inconsistency highlights a clear double standard. The principle of public access is applied to defend the officer's actions but questioned when applied to the auditor. The real issue appears to be the recording itself, and rather than acknowledging that it cannot simply be prohibited, the officer responds in a way that comes across as confrontational and inconsistent.
Go away.
What are you doing
here? Go away.
Why are you recording these vehicles?
Look at you.
Sir.
Don't step close to me. Don't step close. Don't step close. Don't step close to me.
Stop pushing me.
Listen, don't step close to me.
I'm not stepping close to you. I'm asking you a question.
You're on camera. Stop lying.
I'm asking you a question.
Don't step close to me. Who are you?
My name's Stefan Estars. I'm a police officer.
Get your warrant card out and show me.
I have done that already.
Show me again. I didn't see it. You was too close to me.
Well, I've showed you.
Under Section 2 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984, PACE, when an officer exercises stop powers, they must provide their name, station, and, if not in uniform, show their warrant card. While the officer in this situation claims to have done so, the law also requires that the individual be given a reasonable opportunity to verify the officer's identity. Since the auditor explained that the officer was standing too close for him to properly view the card, it was reasonable to ask for it to be shown again. The refusal to do so raises questions about transparency and professionalism. A simple repeat display could have de-escalated the situation, but instead, the officer's approach appeared to increase tension and create unnecessary suspicion, which runs counter to the principles of accountability and clear identification required in such encounters.
I did.
You are recording
I don't care.
We're not going to allow you to record our...
Oh, well, go away then.
No, you go away.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why are you recording? Why are you here?
Don't ask me questions.
Are you well, sir?
Don't ask me questions. Don't ask me questions. I said go away. You're harassing me now.
I'm not harassing you.
Section 5, you're harassing me. You're causing me alarm and distress. Now go away.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm asking you a simple
You're sorry
question.
to hear that. So
Yes.
you like committing offences, do you?
I'm not committing any
Yes, you are.
offences.
You've stepped right in front of me. You're causing me a Section 5,
What's a Section 5?
a Public Order Act.
What do you
Section
mean?
5 of the Public Order Act. You are causing me alarm, harassment and distress. Now,
This moment raises serious concerns, as the officer appears unfamiliar with Section 5 of the Public Order Act, a key piece of legislation addressing behavior that may cause harassment, alarm, or distress. This section is frequently referenced in public order situations and is considered a fundamental part of police work, particularly during confrontational encounters or public disturbances. An apparent lack of awareness of such a basic legal provision brings into question the officer's training and preparedness to handle situations requiring knowledge of core public order law.
I'm asking
are you detaining me? Are you detaining me?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not at all. Get out of here.
You can't.
Get out of here. So you touch me and that's an assault. Of course I can do what I want.
Sir,
Don't,
please
just
stop.
go away from me.
Sir, I'm asking you
Shut
nicely
up.
to stop
I don't
recording.
care if you're asking me lightly, and I won't stop recording. No.
Then tell me why you recording.
No, I'm not going to tell you nothing.
Why are you recording?
Stop recording.
Hey, that's an assault. That's assault. Under arrest for what?
Give me your hands.
Hold
Give me
on
that.
a second. Hold on a second. You can go what she just assaulted me. Assaulted me.
What's happening?
This incident raises serious concerns about the use of police powers. The officer employed physical force against someone who was not committing any crime, had not been cautioned about any offense, and was simply recording in a public space. Under Section 3 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, officers may only use force when it is necessary, reasonable, and proportionate to prevent a crime or lawfully detain someone. In this case, the actions described, pushing the camera away and twisting the individual's arm, appear disproportionate and risk being viewed as unnecessary. Similarly, Section 24 of PACE requires that an arrest be both necessary and proportionate, with the offense clearly stated at the time. However, the individual reports that no clear reason was provided. The account continues with the auditor explaining that his camera was taken from the tripod, filming was stopped, and he was told he was under arrest without being given an immediate explanation. He describes being restrained by multiple officers for several minutes before his phone was returned and he resumed filming. The sequence of events highlights questions about procedure, proportionality, and accountability in the handling of the encounter.
Yep.
I'm currently the section sergeant responsible for the emergency response team at this current time.
Okay.
I was aware that you wished to make a complaint. You'd been asked to wait inside the front office until one of the public access officers could speak to you and arrange whatever you needed to be done and dealt with. And if you needed to speak to a sergeant, for that to be done.
Okay.
I understand something since has happened. I don't really know what. I'm trying to ascertain what has happened.
Okay.
Okay. But I can see the officers that were initially involved from CID are no longer here.
Okay.
So I need to find.
The sergeant then reveals that the officers involved were from CID, plainclothes detectives who usually investigate serious offenses such as fraud, drug-related crime, and violent incidents. While they hold the same powers of arrest as uniformed officers, they are still bound by the law, including PACE, the Code of Ethics, and regulations on the use of force. Their authority does not place them above these standards. The fact that they left the scene after the confrontation raises concerns about whether proper procedures were followed and whether accountability was upheld. This situation underscores the importance of ensuring that all officers, regardless of role or rank, exercise their powers within the limits of the law and in line with professional standards.
Moment in time, I will try to find someone to come and promptly deal with your complaint, as I believe it is.
No, that's a separate complaint.
Okay.
I want them to. No, I need them to be charged.
So if you wish for them to be a further complaint to be made, that can be done and dealt with. But I need the time to identify who they were and what's happened.
Okay, so let me
literally just come down to find out.
So let me just say this, Sergeant. I've just been stood there with my hands behind my back.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically under arrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
As in, have you been told you are under arrest?
I'm sure that's what the woman said. Yeah.
Which woman, sorry?
The one that assaulted me.
CID?
I don't know where she is. She was in.
Once an officer states that someone is under arrest, they are legally required to follow proper arrest procedures under Section 28 of PACE. This includes clearly informing the individual that they are under arrest, stating the specific reason at the time, and ensuring the arrest is both necessary and proportionate under Section 24. In this case, the auditor describes being physically restrained, told he was under arrest, and then left without any formal process being carried out. Such a scenario raises serious legal concerns, as it could amount to unlawful detention or false imprisonment if the arrest was declared but not properly executed or justified.
I wouldn't have been held by 2 police officers, because if I wasn't under arrest or detained, either one of them, then they'd have had no right to... One second, yeah? I would have had no right for them to be holding on to me, first and foremost, because that would have been an assault, because I wouldn't have been detained and I wouldn't have been under arrest. So therefore, somebody's assaulted me if that's not the case, right? Firstly. Secondly, I want to know why everybody's disappeared and nobody's telling me, with a bit of paper, who these people were. Because the guys that was holding me didn't identify themselves. The 2 that went off, I think the woman identified herself initially in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name is, probably on thing, but the guy didn't. He said he's...
Even more concerning is that the officers involved did not properly identify themselves while exercising their powers, leaving the auditor in a position where he was being restrained without knowing exactly who was detaining him. In this situation, not only were the basic requirements of clear identification overlooked, but force was also used and an arrest declared without providing sufficient clarity. Being detained by officers who have not properly identified themselves and who fail to state a clear reason raises serious procedural and accountability issues. Situations like this highlight why transparency and adherence to established standards are essential for maintaining public trust in policing.
Need some paperwork.
So this bit of paper...
No, don't worry about this bit of paper. This has got nothing to do with this particular thing. This is my initial complaint, yeah? So I had business to be near. First and foremost, let me just say that. They came out and they was asking me, what am I doing filming? I'm in a public place, I can film. I don't need, right, and I don't need to answer them. I don't need to account for myself being here to them who, I don't know who they are, in plainclothes people. They could be random people.
Next voice, next voice. The auditor reminds the sergeant that he was in a public place where recording is fully lawful, and the sergeant immediately agrees. This simple acknowledgement highlights a larger issue. If the sergeant is aware that public filming is legal, why did the 2 officers escalate the situation in the first place? The incident raises concerns about training, professionalism, and consistency in how the law is applied. Either the officers were unaware that recording in public is permitted, suggesting a gap in training, or they understood the law but chose to challenge the auditor regardless, which points to possible misuse of authority.
This is not in an aggressive manner, yeah? We're standing quite a distance from each other, yeah? This guy kept on standing up to me this close, and it's on my film, and if not closer. Yeah, we're the same.
So you felt it provocative?
No, he caused me to be alarmed, harassed and distressed. Not only did he cause that, I told him, yeah, that is what...
To emphasize his point, the auditor demonstrates to the sergeant how one of the officers had moved uncomfortably close to him and invaded his personal space. Even without the authority or aggression present during the original incident, the sergeant quickly appears uneasy, which illustrates how distressing the real interaction must have felt for the auditor when it was done repeatedly and with greater intensity. The auditor had clearly told the officer at the time that the behavior was causing him alarm and distress, yet instead of stepping back, the officer continued. This raises concerns about professionalism and how seriously officers respond when someone communicates discomfort during an encounter.
It will be on my recording.
Are you happy to provide that, for that to be reviewed?
Only if they're getting charged.
Well, a sergeant would need to review that prior to... We can't just charge someone without evidence, as I'm sure you can understand.
All right.
That would be...
I'll provide it via Axon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
you can send you an
send me an Axon.
That will be reviewed and a decision can be made if there was any unlawful use of force or anything that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that right now.
I know you can't.
Okay, well I'm trying to assist you.
But I need to know who they are.
If you can just step back inside to the station office, I will, as I said, I've not been here when they're here. I need to go back in and find out who they are. That's a reasonable thing if you can understand. And then I'll come down and make sure that you provided those details and that a sergeant comes down.
And some paperwork.
Yeah, if you require paperwork, you'll be provided with it.
Yeah, I need
even if it's as basic as who those officers details.
Well, I need a cab number at least, because the cab would have been...
Won't be created on this circumstance because
Why not?
It's not a call to police. It's something that's happened in the front office, so we don't need a cab number. It can be managed by us on our...
This response appears highly questionable. While not every interaction requires the creation of a CAD number, it is standard practice for incidents involving complaints, use of force, or allegations of misconduct to be formally logged. In this case, where physical force, an attempted arrest, and a serious complaint were involved, the absence of a record is unusual. According to the College of Policing's guidance on incident recording, forces are expected to log all reportable incidents, especially those linked to complaints or use of force. The sergeant's suggestion that the matter could be managed internally rather than issuing a CAD raises concerns about transparency and proper accountability.
Intelligence report, then you can be provided with that reference.
Okay.
Okay. Well, regardless.
But I want a criminal action against these two.
Yeah. That as I said,
I'm not going to go in there and film if anybody's in that lobby.
Okay. If you can wait here or take a seat inside, it's entirely up to you. Now, it is recorded on CCTV inside the front office for your own safety.
Yeah, I didn't cause no disturbance in there. I was out here.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look see if there's anyone inside for you to touch it. Right, there's no one in here at all.
Okay, cool.
So if you're happy to come in, take a seat.
So this is the foyer inside. Wow. What kind of nonsense just happened?
From the moment the off-duty CID officers approached the auditor, there appeared to be no legitimate reason to challenge him. Rather than respecting his right to record in a public space, they escalated the situation by pressing him for answers he was not required to provide, moving into his personal space, and even making physical contact by pushing his camera and restraining him. One officer went as far as declaring an arrest without giving a clear legal reason, and neither properly identified themselves as required under Section 2 of PACE. The officers then left the scene without following through, raising concerns about professionalism and accountability. The incident underscores how important recording can be in ensuring transparency. Without it, such encounters might go unreported or unchallenged. The key question that remains is whether the officers involved will face any consequences or whether this will become yet another example of poor conduct overlooked.